Hi everyone, Leanne here from Healthful Pursuit, and you're watching Healthful Hints, a show about all things nutrition. Today we're going to be talking about 5 steps to kickstart your weight loss. Weight loss is a common theme throughout my consultations with my clients, as well as a lot of the questions I receive from you guys on a weekly basis. One of the top questions I get is, are there any steps that I can take and incorporate into my schedule and my busy life that I can start to prepare my body for weight loss? So I've put together my 5 top picks of things that you can do that won't cramp your style, require that you change a lot of things within your life, and will really prepare your body for this change you're about to make. Before we get going, I just want to touch briefly on weight loss and dieting and really the difference between the two. Dieting is usually very restrictive. People yo-yo back and forth. In fact, studies are now showing that between 30 to 60% of all weight lost is actually gained back within the first year. So dieting really isn't sustainable. Generally speaking, your weight's going to come back, you're not learning the proper techniques to live a happy and healthy life, and you're kind of miserable throughout the whole experience. We really want to approach it as a lifelong change that we're making to better not only our bodies, but our relationship with food, our health, our energy. So what I like to recommend is that people really dig down deep and find the purpose of why they want to lose the weight. Now, you can use this purpose when you have a challenging day, or maybe you had something that you weren't planning on eating and it really gets you down. Just know and keep that goal in mind all the time, and it will really help during those difficult times. So weight loss should be about gaining energy, vitality, and improving the quality of your life at the very same time. Not only for just your own life, but those around you as well. The way that you approach all the foods that you eat should satisfy you, be nutritious, and match your individual tastes, your hunger, your activity level. So generally I like to recommend that everyone work with a professional so that they can make recommendations based on your progress. If you're going too fast, too slow, or if things need to shift. It's always good to have a second set of eyes on things. The cornerstone of any weight loss program is going to be to live in moderation. Portion sizes are really important, and really understanding how much food is 300 calories, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Throughout your journey, you want to stay focused and positive. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it and get to these steps. First is getting the proper amount of sleep. I cannot stress this enough. Generally, you want to have between 6 and 8 hours of sleep. It's really important that your body get this amount of sleep because fat cells will become resistant to weight loss if you're not fully rested. Also, you want to make sure that you're sleeping in a dark room, or as dark as possible. That will make sure that you're going through the proper REM cycles and that you awaken fully rested. Second, eat slowly and chew well. In the spring, I hosted a Chew Well challenge on the blog, and it asked people to start paying attention to how many times we're chewing our food. Generally, people will find that they're chewing anywhere between 4 to 8 chews per bite. Now, really, if you think about it and pay attention, 4 chews is not enough. You're going to be swallowing food that's still really big, and that's just harder on your digestion overall. So chewing at least 20 times every mouthful is going to make sure that the food that's going in your body is broken down as much as possible, so you don't need as many enzymes, acids, and just digestive processes overall to be able to break down your food. Also, you want to take your time with food. You really want to enjoy it and sit with your bowl of oatmeal and take 1 spoon at a time, chew 20 times, enjoy the flavors. The reason I say this is because your body takes at least 20 minutes to tell your brain that you're full. So if you finish off your bowl of oatmeal in 2 minutes, if you've eaten too much, your body won't know about it for another 15 to 20 minutes, which by that time it's usually pretty late and you get pretty uncomfortable. Think Thanksgiving, turkey, way too much food all the time. If we just took our time and enjoyed it, we wouldn't be undoing our belt buckles as we go. So, number 3, eating protein for breakfast. Protein in the morning actually revs up your fat burning cycle by at least 25% and can stay revved up for an additional 4 to 6 hours. So having that protein in the morning, whether it be, adding hemp protein to your shake, or Vega Shake and Goes, which I love, which is pea protein, or maybe if you can handle whey. So there's a bunch of clean eating whey, and I've listed a bunch of protein powders in the comments below if you want to take a look at that. You could also hard boil an egg and have that in the morning, or maybe mash an egg up into your oatmeal while it's cooking. So any ways that you can get extra protein in there will make sure that you're revving up that cycle. And number 4 is eating often. What I like to do with a lot of my clients, and I follow it religiously now, is sticking to about 300 to 400 calories per meal or snack. For myself, I like to have about 6 or 7 meals a day, which are around 300 calories depending on how many times I'm working out or how many calories I've lost at the gym. And that just makes sure that I'm full, but I'm not uncomfortably full. And this will take a pretty long time for your brain to catch up with your body, because a lot of the times we like to feel that fullness. But for the purpose of weight loss or even maintaining your weight, you want to make sure that your tummy still has room to move all that food around. So the more food that you're putting in your body at once, the harder it is for your body to digest that, and it just wastes a lot of energy and enzymes and acids. So 300 to 400 calories, I've listed a link below of a calorie counter that I absolutely love called My Plate, hosted by Livestrong. It's awesome if you're trying to start understanding how many calories you're eating in a day. And in a couple weeks, we'll start talking about the quality of calories and why that's important for your weight loss. So 5th and final recommendation is to cut the stress out of your life. Now, this one's a little bit more challenging. Just being aware of your stress, and when it gets to be too much and you get anxiety or you start to panic a little bit, maybe step back a touch. Maybe you're playing with your kids. Maybe your kids are playing on the carpet and you can sit down on the couch and watch them, and them being all excited and playing around, and you can think about how much you love them and just how beautiful life is. Really taking that step back, even just for a couple of seconds, and looking around at your surroundings, even if you're in the grocery store. Often I do that. If I'm stressed out and it's been a long day, I'll just sit in my cart, collect myself, and look around and find something beautiful, like a kid in a cart, or maybe there's a new coconut milk on the shelf that you didn't realize, and that could get you really excited if you're weird like me. So just taking the time for yourself, even if it's a couple of seconds, can make a huge difference. Another thing that's really great is forcing yourself to smile, even though sometimes you don't feel like smiling. When you're smiling, your body's releasing hormones, endorphins, and your body's going to think that you're happy, even though you may not be at that very moment. But those chemicals in your body can do wonders for your stress level. So there you have it, 5 ways that you can kickstart your weight loss, or even just live a happier and more balanced life. So until next time, keep the stress down and chew your food. Bye!